This edition of the Ridley Report is brought to you by Move.freestateproject.org. Move.freestateproject.org.
All right, I'm standing here with Cynthia and Milena. Am I saying that right?
Yes.
From Dover. And Cynthia is a subject of interest for Free Staters and liberty activists in New Hampshire because she just appeared recently on the nhfree.com forum announcing that she was doing civil disobedience in Dover, kind of all on her own. And tell me a little bit about this and why you did it.
Well, it seemed easy. Didn't really take too much time.
What exactly did you do?
Well, the specifics of the civil disobedience are I refused to re-register my vehicle and naturally not inspect it. And so I knew that eventually I would probably get caught. And so,
Are you saying you knew eventually you would get caught and?
Yep. So it probably took about 2 months, and I actually didn't get pulled over. I just saw in my rearview mirror a Dover police car, and so I pulled over into a bakery parking lot, and he followed me. And so then I thought, okay. So he pulled up in back of me, and actually I got out. And I said, "Can I help you? What seems to be the problem?" That didn't really make him feel very comfortable, so he asked me to please get back in the vehicle. And so he asked for my papers, and as I gave him my old registration, I said, "Just so you know, this is not updated, it's old. Here you go." So he went back, and it usually takes about 5 or 10 minutes. What they do is they call their supervisor. They're really not allowed to do too much on their own. So he came back, and he said, "Your vehicle's not registered." And I said, "I know, I choose not to register. It's been registered once. I don't see why I have to redo it every year." He said, "But you're depriving the state of its money." I mean, this is funny. So this is the particular point he sort of brought up right away. And so, you know, it was a little giggle fest there, I suppose. So not too much else happened. He reminded me graciously that, well, I could have handcuffed you in front of your daughter, you know. So basically he towed my car, took my plates, and so there's a couple blogs out on nhfree.com and the FTL BBS that I've sort of outlined some of my my story with this, and I did have my arraignment, which was pretty brief, but I had some of my friends show up, and so that was a lesson, you know, of sort of how it works.
And you're a New Hampshire native, right?
Correct. I was born here a long time ago, and then went to universities in the Mid-Atlantic and in the South, Deep South, and then finally came back up here about 5 years ago. I've always been individualist libertarian. I even worked at Cato and the libertarian headquarters at Watergate, and so you know, been an entrepreneur. So I have my own business. So I don't really have to follow too many rules. You know, I kind of do what I want, and you know, the town I live in, Dover, I mean, it's a pretty big city, I guess. Say
well, by New Hampshire standards, right?
Yeah, about 30,000. So
yeah.
it's nice. It's a bit liberal, but it's we like it. You know, it seems to work nicely.
And what's going to happen next here?
Okay, well, next I have a court date set for December 8th. And I don't like it because it's at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. That's not convenient for my business, so I'll have to ask them to give me a time that's more convenient, like, you know, pretty much straight in the morning. And so I'm still working on how I want to present my case, but, you know, basically I don't believe in supporting the state. I believe in a stateless society. Re-registering your vehicle for safety standards doesn't make sense. Clearly it is a tax, as the young cop so eloquently blurted out. And as far as inspection, my vehicle is pretty safe. I certainly wouldn't cart my daughter around, you know, if it weren't safe. So I'll ask them to change the date. So I would say it's probably going to be sometime late December, early January. And I expect to make it interesting, entertaining, a bit jovial, and have fun with it.
What is something that liberty activists in New Hampshire can do, or liberty activists anywhere can do, to assist you in what you're doing?
Oh, specifically? That's a good question. I think it would be nice to have people show up for my court date. It's fun. It's definitely sort of a social circle that evolves out of this. Everyone starts talking, and you actually start having fun making fun of the whole process. When you start watching people do this and do that, it becomes a bit superficial critique of things that these sort of lowly bureaucrats are doing. But so that would be nice. I think that I don't encourage other people to do what I've done. People can pretty much do whatever they want. But specific for this case, maybe I'll come up with a couple things and sort of vlog about them as I can on some of the forums that I love to log around and blog in.
And your name is Cynthia on
most of them. I change my avatar as
Okay.
I see fit, but I always keep it at Cynthia.
And you're asking one thing: if people show up for your trial, you're asking that they go ahead and stand for the judge, or?
Well, I know the guy, old guy, sort of down home guy, nice guy. So I think he might get confused. He might actually not understand, and so I think innocent until proven guilty is good in something like this. I don't know what his track record is. I don't really have time nor the desire to research something like this. So I think if you want to be taken seriously and with a little bit of respect, then you need to play that hand first. And no reason to go out of your way to upset people. And you always want to put a good face on what you're showing. It's very important to show people that you're an upstanding, business person, or whatever you do, in this particular area of where you live. Take higher ground.
You said take higher ground, and if they mess up,
then it looks more ridiculous. That the onus on them to sort of apologize. So if I think if you go out of your way to be on the up and up, and they anything that they do that disrespects you or doesn't take you seriously, doesn't appreciate you for what you're doing, it makes it that much more obvious, and you can never go wrong with that. I think that's the most important. Have fun, be respectful, know what you're trying to do, and that way, no regrets.
all right. Cynthia from Dover, New Hampshire, showing the Free Staters how it's done. Dave Ridley signing off for RidleyReport.com.
Are you a Free Stater who has moved to New Hampshire? If so, please make sure you've informed the Free State Project. Make sure you count on our Made the Move counter. That counter on our website needs to keep rising. That can only happen if you officially let us know you're here. Help us counter the skeptics who say it can't be done. Show the world you've already done it. Email moved@freestateproject.org. Moved@freestateproject.org. Moved@freestateproject.org.